Hello. I would describe myself as an LGBT advocate. This extends to the idea that marriage should be equal, that everyone should have access to marriage, whether you're homosexual or straight. Marriage affords certain social and financial benefits. Marriage equality socially promotes the idea that there is no difference between a homosexual and a straight relationship. And that homosexuality is perfectly normal. And financially, in many countries, marriage offers financial benefits to those who can have it. And I don't believe that straight people and those should only be given to straight couples. If you don't agree with what I'm saying here so far, then I would love to have a conversation with you and explain my viewpoints. And that's the point of this video. I believe that those who have different views, should converse with each other rather than start something like a flame war. There are many pro-LGBT Facebook groups, and the biggest one is Wipe Out Homophobia on Facebook. I love what these groups do. I love all the news stories and pictures that are shared between them. I think it's extremely beneficial for the solidarity of the LGBT community online, and it does a lot of things to spread the idea of LGBT rights. It's absolutely fantastic. But an issue I have is that, as I said, many posts do often result in flame wars. If somebody who thinks that the marriage should be a one man to one woman thing only comes on and states this, then in many cases, not in all cases, but in many cases, someone will say something like "effing bigot" back at them, and I don't think that's at all beneficial. Several things have helped us and will continue to help us move forward towards greater equality in many areas. One of them is education. Through this can be done. I think that's the most beneficial one. This can be done through conversation, as I'm describing, and it's best from a young age. One example of a great pro-LGBT group doing young education in the UK is called Diversity Role Models. They go around to schools and they try to tackle homophobic bullying in schools. And the second, so the first was education. The second is the exposure to the goodwill of those that you don't understand. Imagine if your views, well, they may be your views. Imagine if your views are that that homosexuality is evil, it's a sin. You have been taught that when you were young, education through parents or school or whatever, and that those who are homosexual and engage in homosexual relationships, engage in their relationships, are at kind of a lower social status and therefore shouldn't have access to everything that straight people do. Imagine if those are your views, and the only contact you have with people who believe in LGBT equality result instantly in the same hatred that you give them being given back to you. Now, all that does is it serves to widen the gap between these two viewpoints, and I don't think that's at all beneficial if we want to move forward. If we want to move forward, we should have conversations. We should explain why LGBT equality is right, and it can move forward. If you have any comments, then I would love to see them. And as I say, if you disagree with what I'm saying, then again, I would love to have a conversation with you. Thank you very much for watching.